Oh, that's pain. Yeah. I guess we skipped that. I'm sorry, guys. My PC died, so I didn't record that part. But we were back testing until, so we had 3 setups total. I think 14 and 3 wins, 1 loss. If you took all setups, I didn't say we took them all, but you could have taken them. So you have a breakout structure now. Looking for buys, continuation buys again and again. That's not a break, so you're not looking for buys there. Except price does respect your zone, but that's not a breakout structure for me. Let's see. Price comes back and stops you out. Now this is about no trading time. You know, after 7 p.m. EU time, I don't think you should trade because the volume just dies and your take profit will hit in 1 hour instead of 10 minutes, which should have been. It's a big difference, right? So this was a price action for EU today. And let's go to live market as well and see what's up now. Maybe we could look for buys or sells or whatever. So we are at this point right now. Well, we're gonna wait until like 1 hour passes by to see what Asia has to bring. Now if anybody wants another pair back tests, we could do that because I said 2 pairs, but I just don't know which pair. So if you guys want to say like do this pair US 30, let's see who has the most votes. Not votes, but the most um pair, I guess. Everything is fine for me. I think US 30 is gonna be hard because it's only in New York. Gold. Uh, Same with gold. Okay. Try USD JPY. 3 gold, 1 USD JPY. Um, I guess we could do gold and maybe then US. Yeah, you could maybe do USD JPY there. So we're gonna look at gold, right? So we go to 30 minutes, let's say. Replay mode. When is this? It's Thursday, right? It's Thursday, right, today? Yeah, it's Thursday. So we're looking at the 15-minute or even the 4 hour, right? Yeah, on the 4 hour, you're ultra bullish at this point. There's no real need to look for sells. And then looking at the 15-minute, this is actually quite choppy if you think about it. Trading in this zone is gonna be very hard just because like you are just inside a consolidation zone, right? You broke below and then faked out. You broke above, you faked out. So this is 2 fakes. So this is gonna be hard to trade. But let's see if we catch any setups. But I probably wouldn't trade this. I would not advise in trading this because like on the higher time frame you would have a bullish bias, but on the lower time frame you're like just choppy, right? This is not even a zone. Like there's no break of structures happening. This is not a break of structure in my opinion. This also isn't. It just shows that the consolidation has been faked out by 2 sides, and I think it's not even gonna break out. Or if it does break out, then that is tradable. So let's see if it does break out, okay? Because if not, you should not be trading this. Now you broke out, okay? So now you could start looking for maybe some sells, maybe towards this low as well. So let's see. What do we have on the 1 minute? Or even let's start with the 5 minute. So we have a breakout structure here, right? And then we have a breakout structure here. Then we'll look at the 1 minute, looking for possible sell scenarios. So what do we have? We could look for a sell up here and a sell, up here. So let's see. So we create another low. You also got to be careful because it's Asian session and it's not good to trade gold in Asia as well. So you sweep the lows of gold. You break structure to the downside. And if you break this high, then you have a chalk flip on the 1 minute, which is possibly not bad to look for small buys because just because you're maybe could have been a fake out of the consolidation phase, right? So let's see if we get a reaction from this zone. But again, I don't really I want like a good break, which this has not given me yet. So I'm gonna wait a little bit to just see what price is gonna deliver. Okay. So let's continue. See what's up. So I guess price is just gonna move upwards now. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna mark out slowly. We have that break of structure right here, and then maybe a retracement, maybe for some buys towards this area. Let's see. So what do we have? We have like a break of structure to the upside, good movement. We don't have a retest yet, so let's see. Okay, so there's another break to the upside. If we take a look, you did not get any movement here. You did not get any setup there. But if you look at it, you swept these highs. I think no, you did not. So that's also gonna be hard to look at because if you do not sweep these highs, then it's gonna be hard. I think we're gonna sweep these highs. If price comes this close to any of these highs, is more or less gonna sweep them. So you break fake structure. This is not a break yet. So if you, this would have broken, you could have looked for a small sell. But again, this is not a break. This is just a fake out. You want that body closure, as I've told you guys before. Like if the body closed like these, then that would be better. And yeah, the high gets taken as we expect. Does this get taken? No, but I doubt that's really a wick, if I'm gonna be honest. But I'd still consider that. And you could potentially take this zone for reaction, right? So let's see. You sweep these highs now. Okay, you sweep these, and you are having that break of structure right there, right? So what you're looking for is a break below these lows. Like you want another candle that's bearish. So let's see. Okay, so you could have taken a sell. Let's say for example right here, stop like this. That's what the fuck that. And then TP would be, you could either target this, but I don't think it's a nice risk to reward, so I would not take this setup myself. But if you took the setup right here, that would have been a little bit better. But let's just see what price is gonna do next. Let's also mark out this one because we're still in some bullish scenario. So as we expect, price does that very nicely. So let's see if price is gonna respect. I would not take an entry off here because you could take a buy off here, right? You could, and then have your stops like this because gold can be crazy sometimes, and then have you take profit at this area, which is that supply zone. But you want to wait for that closure. But I would wait for the retest just because you know, if you get that closure, it's gonna be you're probably gonna get filled here, which is a 1 to 2, which I would not take on gold. But you could take this. Now let's see what happens. So you have that break, you even have that retest. Now I would wait for the retest. So let's see if we get a retest towards this zone, 2012.82. So yeah, as you can see, you get straight out wicked out. So if you took that setup, you're out. But let's see. Price try to come here. It did not yet. So price could easily move up here again, or it's either gonna come down. So we're gonna wait for both scenarios. We're open for both scenarios. Now this week is kind of weird. Okay, so that is looking like it wants to go down, but let's see. Okay, so that is a huge wick. So you could take a buy here, for example, stops below the low. Take profit would be about this high. What do you mean this high? This zone. You could aim for that, but I don't think it's gonna reach that. But we could keep that in mind. How are we gonna do this? Let's say for example we take this. You take partials, right? Let's do 50-50, I guess. So let's say you're risking 1%. Can we buy this like this? Oh, we can. Holy shit. Um, let's buying. I don't know. Okay, so let's see what happens next. How do you take partial? So you have the retest after the break, right? You have the break above. You come to retest, kind of this fair value gap. So let's see. You also want to keep in mind this zone because that's a zone that swept liquidity and then came down. But I'm still aiming for that because you also form liquidity at the top, and that zone is it's nice to see. Now you take these highs and you come below, but you don't break below, and you come back, which shows me that there is strength. And you take 50% off, right? And I don't know how we do this, but let's say you take 50% off here, which let's say 36K. So you took 18K home, which is a 1 to 2.69. And then this would be your second. So let's say you risk 1%, you took 1.3K. And if this hits TP as well, which is this again, uh, so this would be 2.5%. So you would hit at 3.8% in total. So let's see. Okay, price breaks high. This is looking good. You could maybe look for continuation buys again. Now maybe look for a sell here. Because the main structure is still bearish, right? But we'll see. Maybe it's just a fake out. So now you form like how can I say this? You form like liquidity at this point, which is very very nice to see because then price is just more attractive to take that high. Damn, I'm about to die. And this reaction is looking good, right? So what would you like? This reaction is looking nice. You would either want a retest of this zone, possibly, or you could even take a sell right here, instant stop above these highs. Let me mark this high out as well. And then TP, where would you TP? Well, if you're gonna sell bias, you would TP around this area, right? Or you could wait for the retest. Now we're gonna take two entries just to show you, and then retest towards that zone, I guess. So let's see what happens. You get the retest. Take same stop loss. Are you taking partials? Let's say you're not, or let's say you are, right? Let's keep it realistic. Let me delete all this. Where would you take partials? Probably a 50-minute zone that is looking bullish. So I think this zone would be good for taking partials. So we're gonna take partials at the demand zone, not at the low, but at the demand zone. Just because price could bounce, right? You're keeping that in mind. So let's sell another one. I think we got two now, but I think the entry's off. But yeah, that's fine. So let's see. How do I remove this? Go away. Okay, so let's see what happens. So you have a break of structure, nice. If you didn't take any of these entries, you could look for the retest, right? You could, if you never took any of these setups. And let's see if that does happen. So you didn't take the first setup, you didn't take the second setup, you're looking for this setup now. So let's see. Well, there's your entry. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's your entry, right? Would you get slipped out by slippage? That's 1.5 pip difference. I don't know. I have no idea, to be honest. You could get slipped out or not. It really depends on your prop firm. But let's say you're not. Well, you could. Let's say we didn't take this setup. We're not gonna count the setup. We're not gonna count it, right? But if anybody took that and well, as you can see, gold is melting down very, very nicely. So yeah, that's a 1,238 and a 1,245. So this is 1.9%, so 1.8, and then this is 2.25. So you made 4% on this setup, because you have scale in, half risk, half risk. Once again, it took a bit too much, but yeah. So this has been gold. No, don't buy. I don't want to buy. I don't want to buy. Oh. Well, now let's see what gold does. Because I'm curious because as we've seen, we now took off this low, so the bearish ideas was correct. But we're gonna see if gold does anything here. We would like a retracement here, maybe for potential continuation sells. And then would you call this a break of structure? I would not. So I'm not looking to sell at that moment. And I'm looking for sell at the high I just showed you. So let's see. Now you get a retest. Retest is looking okay, but the retest is looking okay, but still it looks you want that break of the low again. So you don't get the break. Now you get the break, which is looking nice. Now would you short here? You could possibly short here if you get the break. But TP. Well, I don't think you could TP anywhere else because I don't think gold is gonna move this much down realistically. So let's see if price does respect our zone. But you're gonna wait for a break, right? Okay, so there's your break. So you would have entered this. I think you would. Probably would. If we're gonna be realistic, you probably would enter this. So let's see. Now you get stopped out from -1. So that's the loss you would have taken on gold. First loss, which is normal. You know, it happens. What you could have did better here was wait for a clear break. Cause well, yeah, this was not the clear break, but I was I can't just say I'm not taking this entry because we have to be realistic, and being realistically on when I was if I was gonna trade that I would 100% take this trade, right? We're gonna be honest to ourselves, we're not gonna lie about it. Very simple. But yeah, so let's see what happens next. So now this POI has been deleted. You're not interested in that POI anymore. You're looking at the 15-minute break above these highs, could maybe look for potential buys. Let's see, not a break yet, so you're still on the sell bias still. You know, once this low breaks, you could look for this setup right here. But if this low doesn't break again, then you're not looking. But again, the time is not really that good, so trading at this time is not the best either way. Well, let's see. So you break the low. No, you don't. This is not a break. Now this is the break. But you never. Oh, okay, we're live. Well, you never get the retest. So you could wait for a retracement towards here, or maybe retracement. Well, not here. I would not buy here. But you could sell here maybe. But it's gonna be have to with confirmation. Oh, sorry, my throat hurts. But yeah, so this zone would not be valid for me because, as I've said, this is not really a liquidity sweep. This is like 50 pips, 80 pips. So yeah, this is gold. What do you guys want next? Easiest way to measure pips. It's very easy. Where is this at? What the fuck? You just do price range. On gold, it's a bit different. Gold is 1 point is 10 pips. So this is 32 pips. But let's say on EU, on EU, okay, it's about to be Asia as well. So keep an eye on EU as well. So on EU, for example, this is 4 pips. So the second last point is your pip counter, right? So 196 to 1558 is 4 pips. And then the lot size, you go to Forex Factory, right? So Forex, no, you go to Baby Pips, my bad. You go to Baby Pips, you go to Tools, Position Size Calculator, account balance 100K, let's say, or let's say 5K, because you got a 5K. Risk percentage 1%, stop loss 4 pips. So if you would take a buy here, and stop below this low, you're going with 1.25 lots. And that would be 1% risk for you, which is 50 bucks, I think. Yeah, it's 50 bucks. And then, yeah, that's the setup. That's not the setup, that's what you would do for the calculation. So, yeah, if you guys want another pair, maybe could also say, what did I also say we was gonna do? Let's see. Tape, yeah, we did tape reading, showing that mistakes a lot of traders do. We could do that, yes. The mistake a lot of traders do, I could show you right now, which is counter trend. And I'll show you why you should not never go counter trend. Very, very simple. You know, the trend was bullish today, right? The trend was bullish today. And this is a breakout structure. This is your 15-minute zone. Essentially, you did get a tap in and you did get a sell based off this. But let's say this zone was valid, okay. But let's say this zone is next because you know you have another breakout structure. You're looking to sell from this zone, right? And what does price do? You even have this high, which is also very, very attractive. And what do you have? You have this reaction. You have this hard reaction. So anybody entering could very, very easily be taken out here just because they're going counter trend. The setup is not wrong, right? Okay, you would not take the setup. You would take wait for this low to get broken to take that setup, but the setup in realistic state is not that wrong if the trend was bearish. But since the trend is bullish, as I've shown you, we took buys instead of sells. So the seller was our liquidity and the buyer was the smart person. The seller was a dumb one. Very, very simple. So instead of taking that, you could have taken the buy we discussed, which was, you know, the 15-minute chalk flip right here. So chalk, chalk, retest, boom, shot up. Very, very simple setup. Even on the 15-minute chart, you could take this with no confirmation. The confirmation is just a chalk flip inside your 4-hour POI. And a stop like this, TP this high, 1 to 6, very, very easily. I think a lot of people took this setup, including me. No, I took this setup. I didn't take this one. I took this one right here, which was a 1 minute or 3 minute chalk flip, which, as you guys can see, where is it? Yeah, this was 872, 867, and 922. So I had a buy here, 922. So after the break here, and then the retest on 872, which was, yeah, it was around here. So kind of almost the bottom, like 3 pips away. So yeah, it was also nice, good trade. So that's a big mistake a trader does, is counter trend. And yes, you can get internal structure, which was this. This is internal structure. The higher time frame is bullish, but the internal is bearish. That's normal. You could take setups, but it's the same like why would you take a banana that's a week old when you have a banana that's made yesterday, right? You know, you could eat a banana that was made 1 week ago, and yes, it could be good, right? But why would you take that when there's a fresh one? You're secure, right? You have less risk of maybe the banana is bad or that stuff, right? So you always want to go for the best setup, which is A plus setup, which is for me it is uh like higher time frame trend, so bullish, lower time frame alignment, which was here, right? You want to have the both higher time frame, lower time frame have the same idea, which we had, but this guy didn't have. If you took a sell, well, we both won actually because you had that chalk flip here. So I took a buy. I could have even taken a sell here, but I don't because I'm looking for the A plus setups. And as you notice, it's perfectly on London Open as well. This is 9 London Open that push straight before London Open, so could also take that into consideration. So yeah, that's a big mistake traders do. Avoid this at all times because in the long run, it's not profitable. It's not consistent profitable. I'm about to die. My throat always has some issue. I don't know why though. But yeah, and then for the rest, what did I say as well? What was we gonna do? Okay. Recording liquidity video. We can't keep that for later on. I was maybe gonna backtest S&P 500 or the Nas 100. Which pair do you guys want? Nas 100 or S&P 500? Because I've been looking at that maybe to backtest and see if there's a difference between EU and that pair. Nas 100. Since nobody's typing, I'm just going with Nas 100. Get started. We're gonna create a new session. Nas 100. We could take a look at only you know London, New York session, but I don't think it's needed. We'll see. I'm gonna start from January 2023. I have no idea if the price action was good, but it doesn't matter. I've never traded Nas 100 really, like maybe a couple trades, but like I haven't tried it. I haven't backtested it ever. Let's go to the daily first and then go to the 4 hour shit. On the daily time frame, structure is kind of bullish. Looking at this, you had this trend, downward trend for a long time, yes. But if you look at this, you have this chalk to the upside, first of all. Um, you take this liquidity, this is a good area to take consideration, but I'm bullish here. I would only look for sales once we break below. And on the 4 hour, this also shows, we had this zone, could, yeah, kind of this, probably a refinement. So we have a chalk to the downside. Now we could wait for a chalk flip to the upside because it's already Friday, so market's gonna gap anyway. So let's see. Okay, so what the fuck? Huh? Monday? What the fuck? Huh? How does this make sense? Monday and then it's Tuesday. What? Am I stupid or what? Or probably bank holiday, I think. So we're gonna wait for price to either break above or below because it's a no trade zone. So now you have a 4 hour chalk flip. So now you know you can look for buys, for good buys. Right, so let's go to the 15-minute see. Now we have bullish structure going on. Yes, we are gonna take this zone for consideration, but in the higher time frame we are still bullish. I've heard that the 1 minute is not so ideal, so I'm gonna look at the 3 minute. And yeah, we have this zone. We're looking for this zone right here to hold. There's the demand zone. What we do, we have that chalk flip now. Could maybe see a retest, but a retest of the third time is gonna be painful. But could maybe take an entry right here, maybe. Have it like this. Maybe this setup could work. Let's see. Oh, shit, it went market. Fuck. Okay, that's painful. I hope it is TP or we're gonna lose way more. So I would probably be break even here, but I forgot to do it anyway because I'll explain why I would go break even. So first of all, you have this break of structure. So price should not retrace below here, right? And then you take this liquidity, which is also the zone that quite tapped into this area, which is also break. So this is gonna be, this would have been a break even for me, but it is fine. Now we'll see what price does next. Yeah, price rips down as expected. So essentially price did, had that break of structure to the downside after maybe looking at the 4 hour, maybe tapped into something. I've got no idea, to be honest. If you look at that, what is that? Maybe, yeah, you have this zone right here, which breaks structure, creates this whole, even breaks this low. So that zone was valid. And then on the 3 minute, as you can see, you would have been break even, but that's fine. We'll take the loss. We'll just don't forget to enter market, I guess. So now we're gonna see what price action does. Looking at 15-minute demand zones at this point. You could look for buys at this moment, at this point. Probably from, let's go to 1 minute. Probably from this zone. So let's see. We're gonna either wait for price to retrace towards our zone or wait for price to break this high, okay? To get back to looking at buys. Okay, so now we have a break above. We also come back to this liquidity point. The price is aggressive, does not retrace, so that is good. Giving us the buy opportunity. Shit is glitching again, I think. No, it's not. I don't think this zone is gonna hold, but I'm just marking it out. This is not a valid demand zone for me because there's no real break of structure. And then this also wouldn't take this. But let's see. As expected. Now if you get a break above these highs, then you could look for a potential entry. So you could have looked for an entry there, maybe. And TP here, but I don't think the RR is nice. If I'm gonna be honest. 1 to 2. Let's see if it hits. This one could be market. So what do you have? Tap in this zone, I guess. Is that a 1 minute zone? Yeah, that's a 1 minute zone. After breaking structure to the downside. But let's see on the higher time frame. So it's a random retracement. Okay. So setup seems valid. Now let's see what price does. Okay, so I guess we were just liquidity. Maybe we should trade based on liquidity. Let's see. I'm also gonna mark out just liquidity areas because I've been to see, right, sell side, buy side. Let's see if that works. But we're gonna keep our own thought process inside this, but we're just gonna see if it would work, right? So what do you have? You have like sell side, buy side liquidity. Then you want a break of structure, and then you would look for a sell either on a fair value gap or just a market entry, right? So this would be your sell, for example. Not this. This would be your sell. Stop like this. Take profit. This is take profit, and then maybe even these lows could be take profit as well, right? So let's see if that does hit. Uh, but I would personally not take this if I'm gonna be honest, just because the RR is not nice. Why is it not working? Okay. Okay, so it does not work. But if you look at it, with our own analysis, which is that break of so we were bullish, right? We had that break of structure, we had the break above. So price does not tend to come inside our zone yet. Price, well, this is not a break of structure, but price does respect this zone well. And then price breaks structure here. So now what I'm looking for is price to come towards here, but we're also inside our 4 hour point of interest. So we got to be careful. And well, I guess that's a reaction. Now you have a tap in here, right? You see this? This is important. Now you want to break above and then retest maybe. Looks like you're not gonna get the retest. But if you had the limit, this is a New York Open. If you had the limit, this would be a very good buy, right? So what would this be? You would have taken this stop below this and then TP this high. So this would have been a 1 to 6 in 5 minutes, 10 minutes maybe. So it looks like inside our 4 hour POI, we're looking for bullish momentum. So you're not looking to sell yet until maybe this zone breaks. So I think that was liquidity right here. Yeah, that was. So you're going to be careful on that. You're going to see if this zone tends to hold or not. Okay, so this zone is looking like it's going to hold. Now we're going to look for if there's the next zone. The next zone could be this liquidity areas. So you could maybe take a long on this entry. But looking at this, you also have a breakout structure to the downside. So retest would be very, very likely. So you could either take this long right here. But this is also interesting at that point. You're going to be we're gonna be waiting because you want to break above that and not take that and come back, right? So you would wait. Let's see. And as I exactly told you, this is why you wait, right? This is why you be patient, because you take that high and you actually fake people like us, but we didn't get fake, but you know what I mean. So now let's mark out useless areas. Um, let's not mark out. Relax. So essentially, they do just liquidity sweep you and then go up. If you would have taken that trade, what the fuck? Essentially, you gotta be careful on this liquidity area as well. So you take that. Let's see. Price showing still bullish momentum, right? Price is not looking for a retracement. However, it's making newer lows on the 1 minute though. So this is a break to the above. Now, we're interested in that area of liquidity, right? So we're looking to buy from here maybe. And you take that low. Now, if we break above, we could maybe look for a buy. Okay, so you could have taken an entry right there, let's say here. Would you take this? Realistically, no, but let's see if it plays out. And if it was a good setup, your stop loss would be below this low, but it doesn't really matter. Let's see if this idea was correct, right? We're looking for the idea. Sweep that, so you would be break even if you, yeah, so it hits DP. So if you caught a better entry, which would have been maybe a retest of this, right? So if you caught this, let's say for example like this, then this would be a 1 to 3, would be nicer, and it would also be more secure. So you could have taken that trade. And we're gonna see you take this liquidity, right? And if you look at it, yeah, it's gonna be hard for price to go, right? But the 4 hour is very, very bullish, so you have to be patient here to see what price action does next. What is this? This rollover? It's about to be rollover, so we're gonna wait. Also take a look at EU because it's about Asia now. Yeah, it is Asia. 1 second though. 1 minute. So we're looking like breaking above. Well, we're gonna wait like 30 minutes into Asia because it's mostly rollover price action. Now looking at NAS 100. It's now into consolidation phase, right? So you want either a break above or below to see what price has to offer. This is a fake break once again. This is not a break yet. This is just a sweep in my opinion. The consolidation. Let me mark out this high as well to see. So you have a sweep again. I would not call this a break yet again because these candles are not good. Price should not hold like this if price is gonna break, right? Price should easily melt, which it doesn't. And if it goes up, then the price should easily pump. So it's gonna be consolidating during Asian session. Probably gonna move during New York. Okay, so we have this sweep now. Looks like price is gonna continue if it goes above these highs. And now it's gonna consolidate more. Nice. So looks like it's gonna be a sweep if it does. So now you have break below, but still, you can't really complain about this because it's not New York and it's NAS 100. So it's very, very normal. So essentially, this was just a liquidity sweep. And now let's see if we're gonna have a liquidity sweep again. So once this high breaks, you could maybe look for a buy. Let's say you took a buy here. And this is purely just sell side, buy side liquidity type stuff. Okay, let's see. Price, what does price do? Break structure for us, which is nicer because we can look for sales then. I don't think if anyone trades liquidity sweeps that they would buy again. Let's say you bought here, let's see what happens. And then we're just gonna stay in our own scenario for looking for a sell, right? Did we get a tap in? We anticipate not yet. I don't like the tap in yet. That's looking like a better tap. Okay, that candle's weird. Now, once this candle closes bearish, we could look for a sell. You know, you have like that. We'll fix that stop loss later on. Maybe take this liquidity area, or maybe even this. Let's look at the 3 minute, 5 minute. Yeah, you would take this because it's also a demand zone right there. So let's see the 1 minute. See the next candle. Okay, so these candles are weird. Now this, let's see the break. Would we call this a break? Okay, so there's your break. Now this entry is iffy though, if you look at it. But in my opinion, price will go lower towards maybe this. 1 to 2, or maybe even these though. So I don't know. We're not gonna force R, so we're gonna wait. But realistically, if price is gonna hold, we're gonna go break even once, if we ever get in profits anyway. But yeah, this is demand zone still, so it is very possible. So let's see which one wins. So let's stop out one. So you both get stopped out. Yeah, well, you would have been break even and maybe taken partials. So the guy who trades, unlike us, has won against us. Um, Again, this is still not in New York, so I'm telling you, if you trade Nas 100 or any indice in any indices that are not like that are US related, meaning Nas 100, US 30, S&P 500, and the Nasdaq. I think Nas 100 and Nasdaq is the same. You should not trade besides New York session, and this is just because first of all there's no real volume, and second of all I think it's just dog shit. Simple. Do they move same as forex pairs? Uh, Essentially they do, and they do not. Nas 100 is Nas 100 is uh that's Nasdaq, I think. US, that's the 100 companies of the world. No. Yes, Nasdaq. Nasdaq meaning I'll just show you Nasdaq. It's the 100 US companies, but I don't know which ones. Nasdaq 100 what? Let's see what is it, right? Uh 100 largest, most actively traded US companies listed on the Nasdaq Stock Exchange. Okay, so Tesla, Apple. Damn, that's crazy. If you bought Tesla, you were rich. Easy. So if I read 100K, 109K, 9.4 million. So that's 100 is that, and US 30 is the most 30 companies, and then S&P 500. Well, makes sense. US 30 is Dow Jones. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. Let's do ETH. Fuck ETH, bro. Nobody backtesting fucking crypto. Um, well, Nasdaq is correlated with dollar, so it's the same as EU actually, and so is um, every how do they call it, American stock, right? This is not a stock. It's like it's like 500 stocks in one, right? But yeah, as you see, like the session ends here, and then you see price goes to shit, and this is even yeah. Well, London is okay. Like London trading is okay, but before London, it's very bad. So you should always focus on just New York session only, on these indices. I will never trade them because they don't fit my trading hours. I only trade EU, and I'll stick to EU probably. Maybe GER 30, which is also the German US 30, I guess, which moves nice in London. As you can see, this is London. You know, London move. I also moved during New York, but not ideal. As you can see, it does move. That's the good thing about London pairs. They move until like AM session in New York ends, which is like 6 p.m. for me. And after 6 p.m., nobody should trade, in my opinion, except if you're trading New York Stock Exchange. Then the PM session is also good. PM session is after lunch. Lunch is at 5 p.m. for me. I don't know Eastern time, but yeah. And yeah, that's gonna be it's gonna be that. We could do what could we do next? What do you guys want next? I'll give you guys the idea. And we're not backtesting crypto. We're not doing that. Nobody backtests. I haven't traded crypto in a while. I was on a 14 streak, win streak actually. I'll show you guys. So where was my last stop? Uh, I have no idea, but we were in a good yeah. So we moved stop loss. That was a good idea. We got break even. Okay. So this was nice. We hit like 10% and like 12%, 6%, 6%. You see, this is not fake. Um. Okay, so we shorted Bitcoin at the top. This was nice. I made like I don't know. I made a good amount, and then I gave away 2 funded accounts. So this was also a nice setup. So we haven't taken a loss yet, right? I don't see any loss. Well, Doge pumped. We bought Doge before. Bought the bag of Doge expecting 2x zone, so that's not fake. Plus 32. Shorted Ethereum. This took a loss. So this was my recent loss. So I was on a. I'm not that active in crypto just because the market is just not giving. It's consolidating for a while. But when Bitcoin was pumping and dumping, we had good setups. Um, market is ready to take a shit, and then yeah, price went up hard, right? Price went up to 29K, I think. No, 28,700. I was still in, and I knew we were gonna dump, and yeah, there was, right? And that's why you ate a bitch, yeah, exactly. I don't really post forex moves here. I just uh, post them, but I used to post signals in Telegram more actually. And look, they were not bad, right? Buy AUD. This one I was trading based on liquidity sweeps as well, and that's how I also passed my second funded account on phase two, where I was minus 10, right? So this was also to show that news does not matter, right? So what did we have? We had that sweep. We had TP1. I scaled in. It didn't sweep us, right? It swept the liquidity, didn't sweep us, and then we out. And then I went again. No, I'm taking re-entry. Swept equal and SSL, which we were included in. So it swept us and then made the breakout structure. And then news went on our side, which we expected. Blah blah blah. This was my first payout, I think, or second. I can't remember. I think first. Yeah, it was a nice payout. I was so happy actually. And yeah, I got liquidity swept a lot. But yeah, for the rest, um, do you trade crude? No. My trade Doge is spot. Nobody cares about spot. I don't trade. I only had those spot. I don't trade oil or none of that. I only trade EU at this moment. It was 50K. It was 50K. So I think I made about 15%, but even more. I think about 20%, and then they take their profit splits. You get like conversion fees as well. Uh, into euros, dollar into euro, you get like small conversion fees. At this moment, PayPal fees are so trash because PayPal conversion is $1 is like 102 because it's supposed to be 109, so that's crazy. The difference is actually peak. And if you think about it, like the same shit with if you're trading crypto. Let's say you make 10K, you actually don't make 10K if you're a European, right? You actually made like 9K not 9K, but 9.8K maybe 110. So it's, I had 9.9K ish. Better because the payout. It depends. It depends. I don't pay tax until 50K each year. I think something like that. I only withdrew 25K, so they're not gonna come for you for 25K. They're only gonna come for you when you're like making big money, right? And then you might as well pay taxes or invest in an accountant. That's smart, right? I have an accountant. I spoke with him about some stuff, but since the payouts aren't that big yet, but what I made from crypto, they're just in Ledger or in my spot wallets. I haven't really withdrew too much money from crypto to get in issues. Just over time, slowly, and they don't really care about um, what is it called? Slow payouts, right? If you like take like 10K every 5 months, they won't really care. But yeah, what could we do next? Could we do anything next? I think I'm gonna skip the video because then there's no point watching the video, right? The mistake we did, tape reading we did. I don't think we're gonna be backtesting. Nas 100 was trash. That was a big L for us. But again, it's New York related. You only trade New York Nas 100. You don't trade, or maybe London. It depends. But yeah, this might be an early end of the stream. I don't know. There's not much to do. We could just end it here. I don't want to waste you guys' time, right? We don't want to waste each other's times. I'll cut I'll cut it here, I think. If you guys don't have any other questions or any ideas, because I'll probably just go watch a movie now. Something. Because I haven't done something chill in like a good week, I think. So I think it's time to reward myself. When is sharp profitable and back to saying 100%? I would say at least 100 trades. At least. And that's the least. Could go up to 500, 1K. The more you do, the better, right? Because you will know your edge. You will know in what days you're profitable. You will know in what weeks, what months you're profitable. You always want to collect those type of stuff. And if you know that you are more profitable on a Wednesday than on a Monday, then you rather trade Wednesday than a Monday, right? Simple as that. But also it changes from time to time. For example, my most profitable day used to be Friday, and now it's Wednesday, so it changes as well. So you have to keep collecting that data to keep up to date with your strategy. So you always want to backtest every day as well to see if you missed anything, as we do. We will do this tomorrow, maybe again. I don't think we will tomorrow stream because my girlfriend kind of got mad at me. She got mad at me for not making time for her. She's mad. But I get it though. I rarely like. If I'm gonna be honest, I rarely give her time these days. Chalk flips. I don't. Do I? No, I have my. If you look at my entry video, I have, but I will make a detailed explain video on that because I think if you look at it, like on the strategy video, I go over it very quickly, and it's better to just slowly explain in the one video. So I'll also make a video on that, and then the liquidity as well. So that's two videos for you guys coming up. The breakup structure and entry zones are actually in the YouTube video. If you take a look, like very simple, I show you that after every demand, you could look for, also that podcast is also nice. You guys could look this podcast. I listened to it while working and it was actually interesting. This guy's YouTube channel's podcasts are very good. So you could look at this guy's podcast. Where is it? This guy also this guy also has good videos. So words of wisdom, right? So this guy is a joke. This guy is fake, in my opinion. But where is this guy? So this guy's podcast is very good, and then they also have Raja Banks. Raja Banks was also a good one. Um, I got Fun and Blue in a single day. Yeah, I've done that before as well. I think a lot of traders done that. I Yeah, so I watched Raja Banks. I watched this. I watched this a small portion, but I didn't like the concept. I watched this, yeah, as you can see, a while, and then I watched this like two times, and this one as well. They're good podcasts to just listen when you're doing stuff and shit. But in this video, I'll show you, right?
First of all, go to the daily. We
I don't know if you can hear, but
everything I
I
want.
keep marking these zones,
So let's
right?
wait. We could
And
all.
you see chalk flip. I tell you guys,
Then I'm gonna look for potential POI, and
the
that will
potential
be this
POY that
area. And
costs, right?
second, for my
And
slowly
then
coming.
yeah, well, price already took profits, but chalk flip is just a break of structure to the downside and then a break of structure to the upside, right? And this isn't really a chalk flip. I don't know why I showed this on the video. You would have called this chalk flip, but anyway, same idea. So what I mean is that you don't want you want a chalk just so I change your character to the downside and upside. Why is this called a chalk flip? Because it's actually a break of structure to the downside and then one to the upside, meaning a chalk flip. Chalk flip, change your character, it's the same thing. You don't have to mark the low out, but when price does it change your character like this, I rather when it's first breaking a low and then a high, right? So the low, which the low that got broken caused by this, got broken by a new high, right? So I'll show you right here. So what do you want? You're looking for um let me show you very plain and simple on the setup we caught yesterday, right? Was it this one? I think it's right here. So okay, I'll show you right here. On the 50-minute, it's more accurate. So what do you have? You have this high, right? This high right here causes this low to break, right? So that's your first chalk or just break of structure. And then this high gets broken by this low, and this low made the chalk. So this is a chalk flip, right? So this right here breaks the low, and then the low that got made breaks the high. So that's a chalk flip for me. And if you look at it in the lower time frame, what do you have? For example, let's go to recent price action. Let's go right here. What do we have right here? For example, you have this chalk to the downside, gets broken, chalk to the upside, retest, boom, price shoots up. Now let's take another one. You want to have this inside a demand zone, which is which is better. Now what do you have? You have a chalk to the downside, chalk to the upside. So the high gets breaks a low, the low breaks that high, same high, always has to be the same high. Price comes back, sweeps liquidity, which is fine. If you had a bigger stop, then you are fine. Let's go right here again. Um, you have a chalk right here, like break or strike to the, this is a break or strike to the downside. Break this high, come back, shoot up, right? Chalk flip, right? Do you understand? Like it's correct, like what's effect very nice. Yeah, Will's FX is good. Will's FX has been a profitable trader for years, I think now. You could watch this guy's videos, but I think they're pretty boring, if I'm gonna be honest. He talks so boring. Like, he shows a day in the life, and
All
then
in one paragraph.
the whole video shows is fucking, what the fuck is this, bro? What are you doing? Like, day in the life, and he shows his watches. But yeah. So, I hope the chalk flip makes sense. If it doesn't, just let me know, and I'll try to explain it one more time. But yeah. You have to align it with so a random chalk flip won't work. You want to have the many confirmations, which are so what is a plus setup? Let's say a higher time frame, bullish alignment, a 15-minute demand zone, which is right here, chalk flip in the 1 minute, and then just a retest of your 1 minute POI. So what do we have? Look at this. So we are bullish on the higher time frame on the 4 hour. We already know that. So what do you get? You get a chalk flip. First of all, you don't need this chalk flip, right? You don't need this. You just know the price is bullish because you break these highs, right? So you want to look for buys. So go to the 1 minute right here. What do you have right here? So you have this chalk first of all because you break to the lows. And then you break your worst case even break these highs, right? But you break this high actually. And then this is your zone you're looking for a retest to, because this zone is very small, it's about 4 pips. Then you're setting your entry. Um but it's, yeah, it's the candle. Right. Let's take this candle, right? So this, not the wick included. So you take this, and then you take the low, and then take profit. Worst case, you want a TP here, which is a 1 2 3 in 10 minutes. And if you took the extreme zone, which was this one, yes, you would not be tapped in, but that's fine. That's part of the game, right? It happens. So yeah, bands. So it's crazy. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today, guys. If you guys don't have anything to add, if you guys have anything to add, only can't even speak. We could, but I think that makes sense, right? But takes, so yeah. It's only 2:25, so I'm chilling. I'm probably gonna watch my movie, and it's this one. They uploaded weekly, and they uploaded 3 hours ago. So normally I would continue, but just because they uploaded, I want to watch it. I'm gonna record the liquidity video. I'm gonna record confirmation models, I think. So we spoke about it, the chalk flip, the breakout structures and stuff. I'm gonna speak about that as well. So I got 2 videos for you guys coming. Probably by the weekend, right? So let's say one video tomorrow and then one video the day after. Um, yeah. And then if you guys have suggestions, right? This is the suggestion channel. You write what you want to see. If you say I want to see how you make $10 million, then just type it and I will show you, right? Not like that, but you know what I mean. So if you have any, like, anything you're struggling with, let's say you're struggling with man skips. Yeah, yeah, I guess I would have been if it wasn't for Ramadan, I would have been asleep because I wake up for London. And then during London, when you're live trading, you can also just have explanations, because live trading you're just waiting, right? And it's boring if you're gonna stare at the chart for 3 hours. So during the live trading, I also go to tape read and backtest as well. But that's gonna be Ramadan finishes 23rd, 28th of the month. So that's like 2 weeks still. So you guys are getting 2 week of night. And then on the weekend, we still do night streams, right? So on Thursday evening, because I don't think I'll trade Fridays, Friday evening, Saturday evening, and Sunday evening, because you're not trading Sunday evening. Nobody does that. You're waiting for the Monday London session, right? So yeah, if you guys have that suggestion, just pop it up here. People had suggestions, and I made videos like make a motivation channel. I did. Adding confluence or trades. I did. Um, this guy asked a course into me. A course is kind of crazy. This guy said for free as well. He's crazy. He'll have, sir. I know it would help, but it takes a lot of time to psychology. I've tried that. Not tried that. I've done one video on that. Fundamentals. Well, I made a video on that as well. Video about liquidity is coming. Forgot about that. I was gonna do that. Then they also showed in the normal chat liquidity. Yes, we will get liquidity. So in that, yes, I know it's been about a week, but I recorded it and then the video went away. So um, yeah. So if you guys have that, say well later. So if you guys have any, also it's crazy how this zone held as well. That's crazy. It took the high zone. Yeah, well, yeah. Let's see what Asia brings. I've seen this retracement before, right? On Asian Open. Where's Asia Open? Not here. I don't think it was this Asian Open. I've seen it. So we're like price. We could easily see price pull back into. Let's see. Either this area right here, I doubt, or either this, but I don't want price to retrace here because then it's most likely gonna break it. So this zone what the fuck zone would be valid. You know, you have liquidity here as well. This is rollover liquidity, I think. No, it's not. But yeah, let's see. We'll see. But yeah, suggestions. You go here. Videos coming 2 this weekend, maybe 3 if you guys are lucky. And then for the rest, I don't know. I don't have anything to add for tonight. I might do a giveaway. I was thinking about doing a giveaway, but it all depends. I was thinking about doing a funded account giveaway. I've done 2 before, which was 2 10Ks, and I might do 2 5Ks now. So I done 1 10K and 1 10K. So I might do 2 5Ks at once now, just to give anybody a chance who wants to buy a funded, but either can't or either I don't know needs that last push, right? Because I've seen people they try like 10 demo accounts, and on demo you're not gonna learn anything. If I'll be like, demo is just to get used to the platform and used to your strategy by entering and exiting. Demo has no psychology affection. Would be better the premium giveaway. What do you mean? What do you mean? So like psychology part is just you gotta go through it. That's simple as that. You can't just say be disciplined. Everybody knows to be disciplined. You just you just have to like pace, right? It's hard to explain, but like it's not easy. It's not easy to be disciplined. It's all in your own mind. I can't tell you what to do. I can't trade for you. I can trade for you, but I can't do what you're supposed to do, right? But yeah, probably see maybe one giveaway. We'll see. I've seen a lot of people on new channel. Yes, that's true. But what I've done is I had a friend of mine, not a friend, I had a member who got the giveaway. So what I did was I told him go into Forex replay and gather 500 trades and then show me your win rate and then show me your average RR and all that stuff. So he did that for 2 weeks. So after the giveaway, he did that for 2 weeks because I wanted to see if he was profitable or not. I knew he had good setups here and there, but nobody shows the losses, and he was a premium member, so you want to be confident. I told him the money is going to be ready whenever you want it, right? You don't even have to buy the fund if you don't want it, but I want to see if you're profitable because I don't want you to take that count being pushed by me because I just made you win a giveaway, right? Then he showed me that, so I was confident. I gave him the account, but I didn't give him accounts. I just sent him the money because I can't buy accounts for people. That doesn't work because then they will the tax and shit will get on my name and stuff, and then the payouts will get on my. It's all a mess. So I don't know if he bought the fund. Actually, I don't think he did because he was still trading on a demo. So that's discipline from him. So yeah. Or I could also do premium giveaway. I was thinking about that as well because I haven't done that in a while. Maybe a premium membership giveaway. I don't condone my premium. This is premium education. You don't have to join. I was gonna make a video on that as well. I haven't. I could show you guys quickly. This is trading hours, risk management. I'll cut this from the live stream so nobody takes this. So how to backtest entry models, smart money. We have this setup check. This was just an idea. Managing your trade. Where should you get out? Blah blah blah. Avoid getting stopped out. Psychology tips, habits, trade rules. This one is good. Zero to funded. This is good. And then markups, recap. I rarely do markups anymore because yeah. And then we have these. What does this guy do? Okay, ICT traders, relax. But yeah, that's gonna be it, right? So the ape. I'll cut the last part from the live stream. So we've been live for more than 1 hour, so about 1 hour 30 minutes. because I didn't record the first few minutes. So yeah, if you guys have additions, go